What is the primary role of a structural engineer in civil engineering? Good job. Your answer designing and analyzing structures works well here. Directs the preservation and cleanup of water and the natural landscape. Right choice. Environmental engineering is the best answer. What are the different types of foundations used in civil engineering? Right again. Shallow foundations and deep foundations is a valid answer. Determination of clean water needs is based on several things, namely: you're right. Service area, planning period, and projection of population is the correct answer. What is one of the reasons why civil engineering is an excellent job? Well reasoned. Satisfaction of doing something important is the correct choice. What does sanitary or environmental engineering involve the study of? Great thinking. Water supply and purification is the right choice. What is the profession of civil engineering primarily concerned with? Well picked. Designing and executing structural works for the general public is the correct answer. What is a key focus of construction management in civil engineering? Bravo. Ensuring compliance with local, state, and federal building codes is the answer. What is the role of a civil engineer in the construction of bridges? Smart move. Designing, planning, and overseeing the construction of bridges is an accurate answer. What is the purpose of a basement in civil engineering construction? Exactly. To provide additional living or storage space makes sense, and it is right choice. First school to offer civil engineering program in the Philippines. Excellent choice. UST is the right answer. Environmental engineering projects focus on which of the following? Perfect. Sustaining or improving the environment is the correct choice. Which engineering branch is called the Royal Branch of Engineering? Smart pick. Mechanical is the correct choice. Which of the following is not a part of the academic study program? Nicely done. Traffic engineering is a solid answer. Define the term neighborhood in the context of civil engineering. Nice selection. Group of buildings or structures within a specific area is the correct and valid answer. The construction of our villages and towns by civil engineers. On track was assisted as the correct answer. What is the main purpose of a retaining wall in civil engineering? Strong choice. To prevent soil erosion is the right answer. What is one of the main ways civil engineering keeps people safe? You chose providing healthy water to drink, and it is correct. Who is responsible for designing and building new infrastructure? Good thinking. Civil engineers is the right answer. What types of career options are available for civil engineering? You got it. Your choice field job, research and management, is right. The following are advantages of mass concrete underpinning except. Excellent. Speed in execution of work is a brilliant choice. What is one of the benefits of civil engineering infrastructure? Nice work. You chose transportation of people and goods, and it is correct. Directs building of bridges, tunnels, dams, and superstructures. Great job. Construction engineering is the accurate answer. Which ability is not mentioned for civil engineers in the image? Clear logic. Your choice designing complex algorithms is sound and 100% true. Which software is mentioned as a tool used by civil engineers? Valid point. Computer-aided design software is true. Which of these is wrong objectives of structural engineering? Correct. To produce a good-looking design is the right answer. How does civil engineering work contribute to modern society? Solid response. But creating and maintaining infrastructure is a valid choice. Who is known as one of the earliest notable civil engineers? Sharp thinking. Imhotep is the right choice. Which famous structure is associated with civil engineering? Well done. Eiffel Tower is the right choice. What is the percentage of men to women in civil engineering? Correct response. 84% men, 16% women is the most accurate answer. Why is safety a top priority in civil engineering projects? Nice work. You chose to ensure that structures withstand natural disasters, and it is correct. What are the 2 requirements of all engineering projects? Or? Right again. Economic and social is a valid answer. What is the Rankine theory used for in civil engineering? Perfect. Calculating lateral earth pressure is the correct choice. What is the importance of planning in civil engineering? Smart move. It prevents disasters and inefficiencies is an accurate answer. What year dash? This civil engineering was offered in new. Correct response. 1925 is the most accurate answer. What is the primary responsibility of a civil engineer? Well done. Undertaking preliminary studies of possible plans is the right choice. In civil engineering applications, kin can be used for. Valid point. All of the above is true. Directs earthwork, soil mechanics foundation projects. Geotechnical engineering is the answer. Civil engineering is involved in public works projects. Smart pick. True is the correct choice. Why is administration important in civil engineering? Excellent choice. To give out safety policies is the right answer. How many types of career options for civil engineers? Clear logic. Your choice 3 is sound and 100% true. What does lateral load refer to in civil engineering? Strong choice. Force applied horizontally to the soil mass is the right answer. Who is known as the father of Indian engineering? Right choice. Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya is the best answer. What are the 3 main roles in civil engineering? You chose designer, contractor, client representative, and it is correct. What is the main focus of modern civil engineering? Solid response. Various types of construction is a valid choice. What attributes are expected of a civil engineer? Sharp thinking. Innovative and logical is the right choice, which is called the mother branch of engineering. Great thinking. Mechanical engineering is the right choice. What is the main focus of structural engineering? Good job. Your answer design and analyze structures works well here, which is not the discipline of civil engineering. You're right. Engineering geology is the correct answer. How many years to learn about civil engineering? Correct. 4 is the right answer. Directs highway and railroad building and repair. Great job. Transportation engineering is the accurate answer. How many types of civil engineering specialties? Excellent. 6 is a brilliant choice. Who is the largest employer of civil engineers? Nice selection. Oz Army Corps of Engineers is the correct and valid answer. What are the 4 major categories of engineering? Nicely done. Mechanical, chemical, civil, electrical is a solid answer. What is civil engineering primarily focused on? Good thinking. Structures and buildings is the right answer. Identify the 4 major categories of engineering. Well picked. Mechanical, chemical, civil, electrical is the correct answer. What is the main purpose of civil engineering? Exactly. To design and build road, bridges and buildings makes sense, and it is right choice. What skills do you need for civil engineering? You got it. Your choice, all of the above, is right. What is required to become a civil engineer? On track. A bachelor's degree is the correct answer. What is the job outlook for civil engineers? Well reasoned. Bright is the correct choice. What is the primary role of civil engineers? You chose overseeing construction and designing. And it is correct. In civil engineering, KINs can be used for. Right choice. All of the above is the best answer. Traffic engineering relates to movement of. Nice selection. People and goods both is the correct and valid answer. What is the oldest branch of engineering? Nice work. You chose civil engineering and it is correct. When is World Engineering Day celebrated? Well picked. 15th September is the correct answer. Refers to irrigation and sewage disposal. Smart pick. Water resources is the correct choice. The preferred bricks for a manhole are. On track. Engineering is the correct answer. What can civil engineers leave behind? Exactly. A legacy and the next wonder of the world makes sense, and it is right choice. Engineering at the most basic level is. Correct. Problem solving is the right answer. What year did civil engineering start? Great job. 4000 BC, 2000 BC is the accurate answer. What are the civil engineering areas? Smart move. Design, construction, business, and administration is an accurate answer.
What is the oldest engineering field?
Correct response. Civil is the most accurate answer.
Why is civil engineering important?
Sharp thinking. They design the roads, buildings, bridges and drainage systems is the right choice.
Civil engineering technology is a... Bravo! Practical application of science and engineering is the answer. What do civil engineers do? Strong choice. All of the answers available is the right answer.
What is civil engineering? You got it. Your choice engineering about structures is right. Civil engineers deals with. Right again. Construction and planning is a valid answer.
These supply safe water.
Well done.
Aqueducts is the right choice. KB stands for dash. Well reasoned. Knowledge-based engineering is the correct choice. GATE stands for...
Excellent. Graduate Aptitude Test Engineering is a brilliant choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Perfect. Contact Narayan Changda is the correct choice.